Hey guys, in this video we're going to cover a really interesting project called Get Based, and shout out to WolvesDAO. There was a member in there, Blockpal, who showed me this project. So Blockpal, thanks for showing me this alpha, and I'm hoping to have him on the channel because this guy has some of the best projects out there. So guys, check out WolvesDAO for really great alpha in general. Really happy to be a community member there. So let's talk about Get Based, right? So this project is basically what used to be Message Party, and Message Party was essentially a Solana NFT-based utility project that was really trying to create like a messaging app for Web3. So they decided to make a major pivot, and basically the pivot is to turn it into kind of a hub for managing your NFT life with both chat features as well as portfolio management and social NFT kind of features, right? As you've probably noticed, utility-based Solana projects have done really well. For example, projects like Blocksmith Labs, Shadowy Supercoder, etc. have all done really well. So a couple of recent buys that I've had include Cubist Collective and Solana Money Boys, where I was able to get in around the 1 to 2 Sol mark for each of them. And right now, Solana Money Boys is like 15, and then Cubist Collective is like 11, right? So there's been a lot of really big gains on these utility projects, and I think that's where the future is. I think we're going to keep seeing the Solana summer of useful products that are, basically actually performing some sort of utility instead of just being a profile pic collection, and I think those are going to do well. So what is Get Based, right? So essentially imagine a place where you can get all of your alpha, but also be able to chat to your friends in the same spot. So right now the problem with Discord is, number one, it's not very secure. Number two, it's not really a great place to really manage your NFTs, right? Like, yeah, it's a great place to chat, but doesn't have that ability to kind of just see your portfolio in one place. So what they're trying to do with Get Based is essentially create a social NFT experience where you have the chat, but it's also integrated with being able to see your portfolio, see other people's portfolios, so like influencers, see what your friends are buying, etc. So here's a demo on their Twitter, and you can kind of see like, basically they have a chat feature in here, which is really, really cool. And then you can also see that one of the features they have is this whole idea of gated chats, right? So you can actually create community-based gated chats for different communities, right? So for example, if you wanna be in this chat, you have to have the NFT in it. So I think what they're trying to do is like eventually move some of these big NFT communities onto their platform, and then you can join that group, right? So groups is a big part of what they're doing with this product. Essentially, they want to really have different groups that you can join and alpha chats, but that's not it, right? So one of the cool things that they also have, so you have obviously your profile, you have your total SOL value, you have your total collections, so you can kind of see all that in one place. However, what's really cool is this feed, right? So you can see how different people you follow and what they're doing, right? So for example, over here, you can see that, Soul Big Brain just updated his top 3 NFTs. Your friends are buying a collection, so you can perhaps this collection is going to do well. So very cool kind of like feed feature. Or you can see other people's collections too, right? So you can kind of see that Soul Big Brain, okay, these are kind of some of his top 3 NFTs. You can see his latest activities. So this is really cool if you're trying to like copy trade as well, because you can find like traders that are really, really good. And if they're part of this kind of network, that's going to be really cool. And then obviously being able to message people as well. They also want to add an analytics component of this. But yeah, I do think there's a lot of potential as they build this product to really kind of take over Discord, just because Discord's, number one, very insecure. So many hacks, so much money lost. So that whoever solves the Web3 Discord kind of niche is going to make them a lot. And so I think these guys, they're kind of building with NFTs in mind. Now let's talk about the team real quick and why I think this team actually has the ability to kind of execute on a moonshot project like this. So their CEO, Adam Lurie, is pretty experienced. He's come from both the business development world as well as the venture capital world. So as you can see here, he has worked with a bunch of VC firms, basically kind of managing investments and so on. And then he also did a bunch of e-com business development. So he's really, I think he has the VC background, right? Now, the other co-founder, who's the COO and the head of product, this guy has some incredible experience, right? I actually was really impressed because he's the co-founder of Influence.co, so that's kind of an influencer marketing platform. He's a founder / partner at a bunch of other companies that he doesn't have too many details on them. But for example, Collaborate.com, he's the director. They sold to Cisco, right? So obviously that's pretty big. Numeric sold to Beacon Systems. So this guy's at multiple successful exits. And also he's worked at a bunch of VC kind of firms to really, figure out which companies to invest in or not. So these guys are really experienced tech founders. And that's, if you actually look at their whole team on their website, you'll see that their team members are all fully doxed. They're all very, very impressive. So you just go in here, all of them have their LinkedIns, all of them have their Twitters, some solid full stack engineers. Their principal engineer also is very experienced. So overall, solid team. Now let's talk about the NFT collection, right? So they're releasing a new collection and it's called Makers, right? MKRS. As you can see, the art is really cool. And really what's unique about it is this is a 10K collection, and essentially you'll be able to stake these makers to be able to earn the native token of this ecosystem. So with this kind of portfolio management / social networking tool, they'll have a token, and your ticket to get the token are these NFTs. But what's interesting is they have on-chain levels, right? So when you achieve new milestones, there are ways to level up these NFTs, which increases the staking rewards they get. So how do you increase it, right? So basically the interesting mechanism is you can level up your NFTs in 3 ways. Number one is collection level ups, and this is based on the company's success. So when Makers, for example, let's say reaches 50,000 users, all NFTs are going to level up. So everybody wins together. The second is solo level up. So this is about you doing certain tasks, right? So you contributing to the company somehow. But this could be testing, this could be alpha testing, etc. We're not really sure yet, but this seems promising because it incentivizes active participation. And number 3 is trade level ups, which seems like basically a leveling up through a staking kind of mechanism. So they haven't revealed that yet. So there's 10,000 of these, but so around 5,555 are kind of reserved for people who hold these. So basically you'll mint one of these and you'll then be able to burn it to get a maker. Now 4,445 will be reserved to mint via mint list spots only that are distributed to select communities prior to the mint. So honestly, if the mint's like 3 to 4 souls, it just makes sense to buy these. I mean, especially at 3.5, like I'm gonna pick this up right now just because it's such a low price. And you essentially, if you think about it, if the mint price is 3 SOL, you're paying 0.5 SOL for basically a guaranteed, whitelist spot, right? So in my opinion, this could be a project that does pop off. If you look at Blocksmith Labs right now, they're at over 100 SOL. If you look at a lot of these kind of projects, I think Acadia or Community 3, they're at 30 SOL, etc. So a lot of these projects are doing really, really well. They have really strong communities, and utility projects are kind of the hype. So there is quite a high chance, in my opinion, that, for example, if they keep building, this could ride the train and hit 30, 40 SOL. So in my opinion, it's a no-brainer to pick up a few of these first verses just to get that guaranteed allocation to mint. Now, the model that they're following with the NFTs is basically a staking model where your staking gets you the tokens. If you look at projects like Shadowy Supercoder, you essentially have that same mechanism where the NFT is the ticket into the ecosystem and the upside of the ecosystem. So Shadowy Supercoder, for example, they're at 145 SOL. Obviously, they're building really technical solutions that are being used by a lot of people, so the value is there. But keep in mind that Shadowy Supercoder minted at 2 SOL. So there's huge upside for these utility projects. I personally love getting in on these. And I think, if you get into 10, all you need is 2 or 3 to really pop off to make the whole investment worth it. Now, guys, I think this project is a no-brainer. I'm going to pick up a few. Absolutely think that it is a moonshot kind of project where there's a high chance of failure. But in my opinion, if you are investing in these moonshot type of NFT utility projects, all you need is 1 out of 5, 1 out of 10 to do really well, and you are doing extremely well, right? So I would really, really look into this project. So thanks again for watching the video, guys, and make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and Ask me any questions you have. Let me know which projects you'd like me to cover below as well. Thanks again for watching.